Well, it will be 3 weeks removed from Ohio State's loss to Michigan when they play Tennessee in this playoff game at home. It is the 8 versus 9 matchup. Tennessee leads this series all time 1-0. Only one game, and that was in 1996. Number 6, Ohio State 10-2 versus number 7, Tennessee 10-2. This game is on Saturday at 8 o'clock p.m. on ABC. Let's start with Tennessee's offense. They're getting 37 points per game, which is 8th in the nation. 463 yards per game, which also is 8th in the nation. Passing yards per game, 231, which is 62nd, but they run the ball. 232 rushing yards per game is 9th in the nation. Nico Amalivia is 66% for 2,512 yards, 8.3 average per completion, 19 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. He's been sacked 24 times, so 2 times per game. 89 carries, though, for 311 yards, a 3.5 average. Those sacks affect those numbers in college, and he has a rushing touchdown. But Sampson is the workhorse at running back. Dylan Sampson has 256 carries, 1,485 yards. Good for 5.8 average per rush and 22 rushing touchdowns. He also has 141 receiving yards as well. 4 other backs have 21 plus carries at least each, with Deshaun Bishop leading the way with 67 carries for 433 yards, 6.5 average, and 3 touchdowns. Peyton Lewis has 54 carries for 262 yards, a 4.9 average, and 3 rushing touchdowns. Now they got some wide receivers. Dante Thornton Jr. has 25 catches, 647 yards. That's a 25.9 average and 6 receiving touchdowns. Brew McCoy has 35 catches for 432 yards, a 12.3 average, 2 receiving touchdowns. And then Squirrel White has 33 catches, 364 yards, 11 average, 2 touchdowns. Now they do use tight end Miles Kitzelman, 21 catches, 296 yards, 14.1 average at tight end is damn good, and 4 receiving touchdowns. Tennessee is ranked number 13 in the resume ranking, and I'll put that in the card. By now you should know what that is, but I'll put it in the card. You can go watch that. It factors in your strength, your wins, losses, a lot of different things, all right? But their wins are versus Florida and Alabama. They're quality wins, and they lost to Arkansas and Georgia this season. Ohio State's defense is what they're going up against, and they're giving up 11 points per game, Ohio State is, which is first in the nation. Yards per game, 241, first in the nation. Passing yards per game, 144, is second in the nation, and rushing yards per game at 97 is 7th. So it is an elite defense that Tennessee has to play, but Tennessee has a great defense too. So what does Ohio State's offense look like after the Michigan humiliation? I can kid you, okay? I'm a Michigan fan, so don't take it to heart. Keep watching the rest of the show. I'm going to kid you a little more, all right? But Ohio State's offense is getting 36 points per game. That's 17th. Yards per game, 424. That's 36th. Passing yards per game, 254. That's 38th. Rushing yards per game, 169. That's 69th. So they've given up a little bit of their offensive explosion for a better defense this season. Quarterback Will Howard is 72%, 2,860 yards, a 9.1 average per completion. 27 touchdowns to 8 interceptions is good, and only 10 sacks on the season. Jeremiah Smith is his leading target at wide receiver, 57 catches, 934 yards, 16.4 average, 10 touchdowns. Emeka Egbuka, 60 catches, 743 yards, 12.4 average, and 9 receiving touchdowns. And Carnell Tate has 41 catches, 583 yards, 14.2 average, and he has 4 receiving touchdowns. Now, Guy Scott Jr., the tight end, has 16 catches for 150 yards, a 9.4 average, and 2 touchdowns as well. On the ground, Quinshon Judkins is the running back that has 147 carries for 805 yards. That's a 5.5 average and 8 touchdowns. And then Travion Henderson, 108 carries on the season, 751 yards. That's a 7-yard clip. And he has 6 touchdowns. It's not like Ohio State can't run the ball, but down starters on the O-line hurts them. Obviously, it hurt them versus Michigan, and it'll hurt them in this game. Tennessee, maybe some of them will come back. I don't know. But Tennessee has a front much like Michigan had. So what are the stats for Tennessee's defense? Well, they're giving up 14 points per game, which is 4th in the nation. Yards per game, 278, which is 4th in the nation. Passing yards per game, only 179, that's 17th. And rushing yards per game, 99, is 8th. So one of these programs are tougher than the other, and I believe it is Tennessee. This will be a cold weather game that benefits Tennessee, I think. They're the running team, they're the physical team. I believe everyone for Tennessee and Ohio State will play in this game. And Tennessee goes into Columbus and wins a playoff game versus Ohio State to advance to the quarterfinal of the college football playoff. And they will play Oregon in the Rose Bowl. Now, what would this mean for Ryan Day losing a round 1 game at home to Tennessee? Who we already have a losing record to. All of this after Michigan beat him 4 straight years. I don't know that Ohio State's AD gave Day a voice of confidence or not. I know that he did, but I don't know if he means it. Sometimes it pays off, but we'll see after this loss. Tennessee wins this game 20-17. And they will play Oregon, like I said. I already did the Notre Dame, Indiana preview and prediction, Texas, Clemson, and up next will be Penn State and SMU. And then we'll see how those games go, maybe do some reactions, and we'll preview the next round of games if I have the time and ability. Thank you, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, all that. And have a great day out there. And go Blue, beat Bama. Thanks.